Okay, so Scott and Ciaran, you were Southwest Boxing Media in association with Bricks of Streetwear. Delighted to be joined by Pierce O'Leary, 7-0, super lightweight, undefeated boxer all the way from Ireland. Pierce, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, good. How was things, mate? I mean, I hope you're not stopping you from, enjoying your Friday evening.
Nah, you know what? I'm just hopped on the car with you just before I head out for a meal later on. So I've got to make time. We've got to make time for business wise, but it's great being home. I've been away for 3 months and stuff like that, and now I'm back home and just relaxing. Do you know what? It's a bit weird to say because it was like after the fight and after camp, everything was just gone, taken away from me. After having a routine and my own schedule and stuff like that. But as soon as boxing was over, obviously I couldn't get my body going again because adrenaline just drained me completely. And I was actually finding it hard to train, believe it or not. So I'm back training now. I'll go back training Wednesday. And I fought on the Friday. I tried to train on the Monday. My body wasn't letting me. But I got back training Wednesday and feel good.
Okay, mate. I mean, how pleased were you, mate, with your performance in your last win?
Yeah, I was really happy with the performance. To be honest with you, I was expecting a really tough fight. I didn't think it was going to go the way it did, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to say that because I actually visualized what I was going to do. I actually said it to one of my close friends in the who was with me on the Wednesday, like the whole schedule, like, and I told him what I was going to do, and he was like, just go out and perform and be your best. I said, look, trust me, this is what I'm going to do. Told him I was going to knock him out, and I felt it and I believed it. And I went out there and actually, believe it or not, the night of the fight, while I was getting my hands wrapped, I kept saying to myself, I feel like it's going to be a good night for me. Went out there and as soon as I got into the ring, there was literally switched straight off. Like there was nothing there whatsoever about the results or what I wanted or anything like that. Like obviously I wanted to win, but not by the KO, not by what way. But I went out there, just dominated the first round, sussed him out, see what he was like. Went out in the second round after listening to the instructions in the corner, and I just paced myself, and he walked onto the shot.
I mean, it was an impressive win, Pierce. But before we talk about sort of your plans now moving forward and what's next, just stick him in the fight for a minute. I mean, your opponent, Jan Marsalek, he stayed down after the fight and he needed medical attention. Just tell us from an opponent's point of view. I mean, how awful and worrying is it standing there and just seeing your opponent there, Pierce?
Do you know what it was? If I didn't, I think actually I caught him that clean with the shot. Where I couldn't feel it on my hand, to be honest with you. I got back to the corner and I just looked and I just saw the rep like waving her off straight away. I knew he was knocked out. I knew he was gone straight. Like he wasn't getting back up whatsoever. Where I could have just jumped on the ropes, started celebrating, but that's not me. So if I done that wouldn't be me. At the end of the day, he's a family man, and boxing is so dangerous because I saw that happen to a guy before in America, and he never recovered. So for me, it's not frightening because I'm in the sport. That's what I signed up to do. So if anything happened, like even at that moment, like I was never scared. But you have to maintain yourself in a calm position and show some respect of what happened in the situation, like what's going on. So for me, I just thought, just stay calm, make sure he's okay, and recovers well, and then enjoy the celebration. But I went back to the corner, and everyone was really happy with the shot and the performance and stuff like that. And we recovered quite well.
I mean, thankfully, Jan Marsalek was okay, and I think it's a credit to you and your team with the fact celebrations when we did. I mean, have you had a chance to speak to him afterwards, or maybe give a message of wishing him well?
Yes. When I woke up that morning, I actually had breakfast, and I was having breakfast at the table with the team, and he actually came in with his coach. And the first thing I done was just put everything down on the table, go up, shook his hand, and I shook his hand. I gave him a hug and I said, "Thanks very much."
Good, yeah.
And
Obviously, Piers, go on, mate.
Yeah, he just threw his hand, he just threw his arms around me. He's like, "Thanks very much" as well, and I wish you a speedy recovery, and I hope everything from here on goes well for you. And he's like, "No, thanks very much. Yeah, you're really good. You're a really good kid." I was like, "Appreciate it." So.
No, definitely, mate. Obviously, Piers, as we said, now you're 7-0. It was an impressive win. I'm sure you spoke to Leighton after the fight. Just tell us, what's the plans next? Are there any dates you're looking at or targeting at the moment?
I actually don't at the minute. I don't. I said to my coach and the rest of the team, and they agreed with me, and they even said, "Just switch off boxing now for a bit. Just try your best to switch off, because I'm not being going for so long, and fights like even over the Christmas, like I started camp in December for the 1st of January. My fight was, or the 12th. Sorry, I'm not, 24th of January. So I started in December, the first week in December, and just so much hectic going on with the COVID problem and the pandemic. Just trying to get back home from London, the quarantine, the try keep training. There was just so much going on in that period, and got to the I think it was the 12th of January. The fight's been cancelled, so it's put back to the 6th of February now, and we're looking to go to Dubai. So grand, back in training camps, kept going. That got pushed back then again till the 25th of February. So it was just setback, adversity constantly, and then actually finally getting it in. Like, so I'm trying so hard just for that fight, which is what you have to do, but I'm just trying so long. So realistically, two fights, it's really taking 6 months just to train for. So, and then being on the go constantly, like, so much, like, but even though I'm still training now back home, I'm trying to train different, not just boxing. Just want to get more hikes, more walks, more long runs, more, like, because for running, for me, if I do 10K, that's more meditation. So I ain't putting the body under so much pressure. And just swimming and stuff like that. Just enjoy some time with people.
Oh, I mean, as performances and wins, and your record keeps growing, does the hype and the sort of watchful eyes in you and the pressure, I mean, do you feel that, or is that something that it just goes over the top of your head and you just keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah, possibility. Like, pressure a little to make it or break you, but like, I don't really deal with pressure. Do you know what I mean? I don't deal with pressure whatsoever. Like, it comes and goes. It does. Comes and goes. Like, it's so there's no, like, it's unreal, and it's like, I don't think about so much pressure, because when I'm in there and being me, I know for a fact what I bring to the table. So I'm just confident in myself.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Piers, obviously you're a young fighter, 21-year-old fighter, based in London at the moment in the iBox gym, from Ireland originally. Just tell us, you talked a little bit about how nice it is now to be back home, in and around the family, having a bit of time for yourself and with your family. Just tell us, how hard can it be sometimes, camping away and being away from that young family that you talk about?
It's hard, mate. It's hard. It's tough. The first time I went away to camp, I was on my own, and my missus was pregnant, which was fine, because the baby wasn't here, so I wasn't missing out on much of anything. But as soon as my second camp down, I was leaving the baby, it was tough, man. It killed me nearly during the Christmas, stuff like that. New Year's, not spending New Year's home. I'm just saying to myself, like, is it worth it? And then, because every time I see the bigger picture, then down the road and the tour and stuff like that, even during my career, winning those belts and stuff, it makes it all worth it. Like, it's what I do it for. And then when I look at her, then at the end of the day, then it's absolutely, like, like when I come home from camp then and I actually saw her, she just stared at me and she was like, she was shocked, like she just couldn't, she was literally froze for about 2 minutes just looking at me, not saying, she was like, there he is in person, he's not on the phone no more. Like it's just, she makes me do it all, and she makes me push even harder now. Like when before Effie, like I thought I had everything. I had to I was driven so hard, and like nothing will stop me. Blah blah. But since I had her, then everything's just changed. My boxing style, everything, and it just all go then from now to then, and I'm even more hungrier.
Definitely. No, I mean, you someone PSO set, or I mean, have you set yourself a specific long-term sort of goal, or is it maybe shorter-term goals, or is it just Lee, get me in there when an opportunity comes?
I don't know what I don't like setting so far goals, because they're long distance goals. They're like, everyone has those, but it's setting big goals for short term goals. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to aim too small, but I want to keep on going. I want to keep shaving bigger and bigger and bigger constantly. Let's say 3 months, 4 months, 8 months, then 12 months. There are short term goals. 18 months short term goals. And the long term goals, then we really at the end, at the mid career, back end of my career. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it was probably pretty evident for anybody that tuned in on Friday night and saw you in action why you've got it. But we're intrigued, PS. Tell us, mate, how did the nickname Big Bang come around, mate? Is there a story behind it, or when did that nickname arrive in your career?
I'm not gonna. I was just from banging people out back in the amateurs night. It was just sparring, horn big guys. I was always a block like of a young lad, and never really just sparring pros, doing damage to them. Sparring amateurs, knocking kids out the same age as me, and that was it. Like I actually never stuck around me. I never really wanted to go ahead with it. The all say, "Oh, Big Bang, this and that," and I was just I was just laugh, But look, it stuck with me, and I now I now have to go, boy, don't I?
do you ever feel sort of under pressure? I mean, with having that nickname for obvious reasons, do you ever feel under pressure? Right, I've got to be this fighter who's a finisher now in fights, or is it like you said, you don't think too much about it, you just get the job done?
No, literally, a name. If it did, if I stuck that name on myself, where I didn't, so if I stuck that name myself, like I'll have to go out there every fight, try bang these out, but I'm not. So that actually takes the pressure on me, believe it or not, because I never named myself that. I didn't call myself that. But when I start banging people out, then I call myself it. So, so no, look, to be honest, I actually don't. I go out and look. I just want to perform the same way I do in sparring.
Okay, mate. I mean, obviously it's July now. We sort of the first 6 months of 2021 is gone, as you know. It's sort of been a bit of a stop-start time for everyone and everything. I mean, what does the end of 2021? What's the perfect sort of end of 2021? Look like for you, mate?
Get another, hopefully, please God, another fight or two in, and then get them wins. Step up the rounds now in my next fight, up to 8 rounds, and then start 2022 with a bang, proper bang, because hopefully everything with the pandemic and stuff blows over a little bit, but hopefully that blows over some sort, and get some fans back, good solid crowd, and I hope you fight for some belts during the year.
I mean, the division that you're in, PS, we've got to talk to you about it. I mean, on the world stage as well, it's such an exciting division. It's stacked, as we say. I mean, obviously the main man of the division, without doubt, is the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor, Undisputed King. But we've got some great names. We've got Regis Prograis, we've got Jose Ramirez, Jack Catterall, Jose Zepeda. There's loads in there. And obviously, quite recently, Gervonta Davis has stepped into the division as well. Just tell us, maybe from a fan's point of view, how stacked is this division, PS?
Unreal. I was only talking to one of the lads Andrew McCarr about Josh Taylor. They're actually fighting me, and I was just like, it's unbelievable. Josh Taylor, what a fighter, and I'll put my hand up, no problem. Put my hand up that he proved me wrong for what he done, like winning those belts. I didn't think he was going to do it. He done it in style. He done it perfectly, and that for me goes to show he is the best out there at 140. He is. He's unreal, and if anything, he'll give anyone problems at 147 also. So,
he's a special fighter, mate, isn't he? Very special.
He's unreal. He's a solid competitor, and I really admire him for what he does. You know, like how he acts and how he speaks and stuff like that. He's phenomenal, I think. With Jack Hattrell, that fight is going to go ahead now. I think looks like in November. I love to go on that show, so hopefully that could be something in the pipeline if I don't get out September, October. So hopefully that works out. But as I said, the 140 division is stacked, and so many great fights being made in that.
Definitely.
Quickly want to ask you as well, obviously I said Tank has just joined the mix as well at 140, won on the weekend. Where do you see his long-term future now? Do you see him staying at 140, or, you know, there's some terrific fights in the lightweight division for him as well, as we know?
Yeah, no, I think he's just done that. He's going to drop back down to 135. He won't stay at 140. There's no big fights. There's no big fights that he would take at 140. Not yet now, anyways. Not at the moment, but maybe in the next year or two. But he'll definitely go back down to 135 and try fight the big names back down there. Because if he fights 140 again and fights someone who nobody knows, he's going to be getting. He'll be getting a good payday, but it won't be as good payday as Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez,
Lomachenko
and stuff like that. You know, so that's where the money that's where the money is for him in that division.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
P.S. We've got some fan questions for you. Don't worry, there's no dodgy ones that we're going to tack you up with, Nick. The first one we got is your favourite Irish fighter of all time and why?
Ooh. At the minute, Carl Frampton. He's done tremendous things in the boxing world for being from Ireland, you know. 3-weight world champion. Savage, he's unreal. Really nice guy. Hard working guy, family guy. I really like Carl Frampton. I think Carl Frampton that's who I'd go with.
Yeah, I think with Carl as well, as you said, he carries himself so well in the ring, but also out of the ring as well, most importantly, doesn't he?
He's a respectful guy. He's a very respectful guy. Even with Dinar. He went for a meal, went for a night out and stuff like that. That's what boxing's all about. You know, like you have a good scrap and then you go and then you celebrate after with each other. So Carl Frampton that'll have to be my answer.
Good answer, mate. The next one we got for you, if there was anyone in the super lightweight division you could fight and you could pick any arena or stadium in the world, where would that be and who would be your opponent?
Josh Taylor, and it'd be Crow Park.
Tell us why, mate. It's just a dream of yours, is it? Personally?
It's just right there. I'll walk outside my home. I could see Crow Park. Holds up 2,000 people.
You could do your ring walk on the living room, P.S.
I could walk up the canal to it.
Food you miss the most, mate, when dieting and training in a grueling camp for a fight?
Pizza, easily.
Does pineapple belong on a pizza, though?
No, definitely not.
You're not a Hawaiian fan, yeah?
Nah, I wouldn't be into that at all whatsoever.
Do you know what? The amount of fighters that say pizza is mad. I'm the same way with you. Pizza is the one, like.
Pizza. I haven't had pizza. I had pizza on the fight night. After the fight, obviously, and that was my first pizza I had in 3 months. Literally, I think it was 11 weeks I had. That was the first pizza I had, and the ruiner all, it wasn't that nice either. It just
way.
Yeah,
it
wasn't a Domino's then, P.S., was it?
It wasn't a Domino's, no, but that's where I would go with that or Apache.
I wish I could say the same, P.S. With my missus. I seem to have a pizza most weekends, mate. So
Yeah.
Last question we got for you, Piers, is tell us something about Piers O'Leary that no one would know. An interesting fact, if you like.
Don't know.
Is it a party trick or something you can tell us or even show us if you want to, Piers?
Man, I ain't got nothing. Mate, my life is bored. I'm bored. Like, I don't know how my missus is actually still living or being with me, to be honest with you. I'm just so bored. That's just the truth.
That's your party trick, is it? Still got the missus in tow, like?
Yeah, probably so.
P.S. It's been great speaking today, mate, and we do obviously really appreciate, you taking the time out to speak to us. And on behalf of myself and Ciaran, we, wish you the very best for 2021 and beyond. And hopefully we'll catch up again soon now, mate, when you're 8-0.
Thanks very much, mate. And I really appreciate you for having me on and for getting in contact with me. It's been a pleasure. I really
no worries,
it.
mate. We'll catch up again soon.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you, boys. Have a great one. Cheers.
Bye, mate.